Hi friends, Todd here, and we are back in Gastonia, North Carolina, and we are at Vintage Village Antiques here at Eastridge Mall. Yeah, it's a great place. We're back here again. I always love coming here and sharing with you their cool vintage stuff. Let's go inside and check it out. Yeah, this is why I love coming in here. And they were telling me right when I walked in, they got all kinds of new vendors here too. We'll check them out. But like, look at this wall, just covered with vintage toy goodness right here. I'm gonna go through that stuff, of course. And they have great prices too. I'll walk over here, but yeah, look at all this. Isn't that great? Just a mixture of wonderful stuff. Got the LJNs in the box down there. Fun trinkets and even cool little witches. Look at that. Little clowns. And you'll find some amazing stuff. I love the trinkets because, you know, you're not going to blow a lot of money because they're well priced and they're fun to display on your shelf like this. Get some cool stuff up here. Look at this guy. I knew someday I'd crack up. So yeah, it's a wonderful vintage antique mall here with all kinds of wonderful vendors. Yeah, let's walk around, take a look at this shelves of collectibles here. Check this out. We got a Rocksteady. He's right there. I've got Bebop. I still need to pick up a Rocksteady and the same figure, but yeah, look at all this. It's just so much to go through. I love it. And like they were saying, oh, look at this cool Creep Show ball cap. 15 for that. That's neat. And this guy here, he's got all kinds of cool gaming stuff. He's got consoles, rare games. He's got some toys too. Got the consoles here. Lots to choose from. Turn over here. He's got some VHS. So Disney ones down there, and right here, mixture of VHS. There's all your Xbox games and your PlayStation games. I'm always looking for my GameCube games, which are very difficult to find. You got your 64 right here. Wii, more Xbox, a little one-armed bandit. I love these little miniature games. Those are cool. Then you've got another vintage toy vendor over here. He's got games. And then a showcase of vintage toys. Check these out. There's Pee-wee. Look at these mermaids. Yeah, they don't have much on. But very cool. Here's another one of those little centipede miniature games. Got the Joe Namath puppet. That's cool. And then you've also got this R2 unit right here for 32. That's from the Star Wars land in at Disney. Great stuff. And there are several vinyl vendors here too that you can go through their records, and they got some really good stuff here. You know, just one of my favorite albums right there, Queen, News of the World. Great album. Grand Funk, there you go. Aerosmith, Renaissance, Ambrosia, more Renaissance, Sugar Hill, cool stuff. Nice little collection of the old Fisher-Price little play sets here. You got the barn, the boat, you got the little village, Play Family Village. Here's the other barn here. And this is the one I had. I'd never had the Play Family Village, but I had the barn for sure. And over here, oh, check this out. It's also got some really cool board games, like a Disney one. All the board game, slide 5, scramble, and go to the head of the class. There are so many cool booths here too with vintage toys. You just got to look carefully at each one, but they're loaded with all kinds of stuff. But also they have vintage t-shirts. Yeah, this might be new right here. All these vintage t-shirts, just racks of little Guns N' Roses for 12 bucks. So yeah, there's all kinds of different t-shirts. Alabama, that's a good one. Yeah, they got just a great selection right here. Nice. Got some vintage shoes, some Nikes. Got some Converse here with themed out for $29.95. These are hand painted. Yeah, I was holding it. It's like you can feel the texture of the paint. That's pretty cool. Some cool hats. Very nice. More vintage t-shirts. Some more vintage coats right here. Little jackets. There's 80s screaming right there. That's for sure. More t-shirts. And of course, they do have their furniture. You get a cotton gin back there. That's cool. And of course, you have your comic books. But I just saw something here that you guys are going to flip out on. Look at this. Belk Motu. He's 2000. Wow, that's amazing. Came out in 85. That's like in excellent condition too. But here you go, right here. 2000 our best offer. Never could imagine that being here. That's great, especially in that shape. But yeah, just to let you know, we always see Comic Baron at different conventions too. This is his booth, and he's got just an amazing amount of comic books. Over here, here's his special wall here with all kinds of neat titles. Some really good Daredevil ones here with Bullseye. Yeah, he's got some good stuff. I've bought from him many times before. Also, it's this Werewolf by Night, number 17, which I'll probably have to look at these. I'm trying to finish that collection too of Werewolf by Night. Got to see what else he has. But yeah, he's got the graphic novels over here. And I love these are pull-out shelves, so it makes it a lot easier for you guys to get to the comic books. So yeah, they just pull out like that, just like that. So it makes it a lot easier to look at the comic books. But yeah, I'm going to go through some of his Werewolf by Night. I just noticed here, a lot of his horror stuff is like right here, so it's all together. So all the way down to here is all his horror comic books. Then below he has the magazines, like Weird Tales, Vampirella. Just below the horror comics, he's got the magazines just below there. Yeah, here's another good one here. Where Monsters Dwell, and Chamber of Chills, or Chamber of Chills. He's got a great selection of horror comic books. Yeah. Crypt of Shadows. I don't know, just recently in the last year or so, I've been really into the horror comic books. Here's some of his Werewolf by Night, and most are around 20. They're actually in great shape. 7. I just love the covers of Werewolf by Night. Some modern too. Where Creatures Roam. Yeah, some really good stuff. Now he's got some of his more pricey stuff right here in this showcase right here. But yeah, be sure to check it out. Yeah, these are all his graded stuff. Of course, you get your vinyl, but right beside the vinyl, you get all your Lucy figures right here. You got some Kiss. Then you've got some horror stuff right here. Very nice. Chuck Norris. And then you get your wrestlers and a box full of wrestlers here. Yeah, he's got all kinds of cool figures and pops. More vinyl here. You got the Hulk. You got Ozzy, the 40. Very nice. More Lucy's here. Another great booth. Yeah, be sure to check these out. And look at all these VHS. Yeah, he's got a bunch of them right here. Some really good titles. Very nice. And then he's got this rack full of Lucy's right here. Kind of a mixture of different figures. Right in here. Walk over here. Kind of show you this booth. Show you what he has. Yeah, it's one of those you gotta look hard. Some old wrestling magazines. Oh, check that old Macho there. That's cool. Wow, 1988. Yeah, he's always got a great selection. There's Bruce the Barber Beefcake. Oh, there's what's his name? Dr. D. Yeah, he's the one that slapped that dude on TV years ago. There's Lex, and he just got in the Hall of Fame. That's great. I'm trying to see what year. That's 88 also. That's when wrestling was awesome back in that day. There's the Freebirds, and then Kent Patera right there with Morales. Man, these are great. I love these old wrestling. There's Ultimate Warrior and Lex Luger. and Rick Martel. Nice collection of cassettes right here. Got them down here. I'm guessing it is dog friendly, just to let you know. You hear the dog barking. But over here, look at this whole area of vinyl. Now he's got a great collection of VHS cartoons all in here. Then up above, then you have your DVDs and then more VHS. And over here too, let me back up. Yeah, these are more of the television series VHS right here. So the booth is Gabba Gabba, huh? Records and vintage goods. And he's got a great collection of vinyl here. And then more VHS and DVDs. Then more Lucy's right over here as well. So he's got a great collection of the Beatles figures here. Just all kinds of miscellaneous collectibles, toys, vintage shirts, a lot of wrestling shirts. More vintage toys here. Now this is a good one right here. It's Claude Rains. That's the Invisible Man. It's one of the Universal Monster figures collection. It's $25 for that. It's from Series 3. I also love that it has the head. Transparent head there. You switch out the head. That's pretty cool. And I love the little accessories it comes with. Very nice. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's one of the ones I need to add to the collection, that's for sure. You got Star Wars here as you go down. Then you got the McFarlane DC figures. This one's pretty cool. Check him out. Yeah, R5P8. Haven't seen him before. He's pretty cool though. Very nice. Over here. Kind of show you this. There's a Roddy Piper from They Live. $35 for that one. But it's always fun going through all these. You got a turntable here for sale. It's realistic. Yeah, some great stuff. And the back room. But I was noticing this door. Check that out. This is Dr. Pruitt's dentist office right here. The old door, that's neat. Get some taxidermy back here too. So yes, back here in the back room, that you'll find some taxidermy. Check that out. Look at the size of that turkey over there. He's still here. And over here is the wall of autographs. Yeah, all those photos are signed by different artists. And then over here, this is kind of new here. This area with these toys. And then there's more vintage toys over here too. Yeah, these are from Warriors of Virtue. Look at the old KB sticker on there. That's really neat. Yeah, I started collecting these guys. Yeah, it's hard to find them actually still in their packaging as well. Now this is a cool one. It's Morbius still in the packaging from Toy Biz, and again has the old KB toys on there. Yeah, I always like to leave those on there. This is cool. Look at this collection of horror movies on VHS. Some really good titles too, and just below it as well. And I like this one. Let's see how much that one is. The original Pumpkinhead. Yeah, that's neat. And it's $9.98. So, but unfortunately, I think they're new because they've got all these Barbies here, different cheerleader type Barbies. They also have the Charlotte Hornets Barbie. That's a neat one. If you're a big Charlotte Hornets fan, you get to pick her up. Then you get Ninja Turtles, some Kiss figures, and also you get your Funko Pops right up here. I'm guessing they're Redskin fans. Check that out. Right there. Also got some NASCAR NASCAR vehicles right there. Then I also noticed over here you get Beetle Bailey. Then you got some more turtles here. Yeah, here they are. Right there. If you want a standee of Elvis, there you go. And it's $75 for him. And this little area is just filled with diecast cars. So they cover pretty much everything. Yeah. And if you're into motorcycles, you get all kinds of cool motorcycle gear and t-shirts and hats. Also have this whole wall of Rat Fink artwork. Look at that. Just tons of Rat Fink stuff. So this is $45. This is a cool Harley Davidson colors. It says ride all day. Got a little patch on there. Turn around. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Also got your booth here filled up with Christmas blow molds. Yeah, and also they have all their light strings are 50% off. So yeah, their blow molds are just amazing here. I love them. Check this out. They got these old 45s here. You got Sugar Creek, Triumph, David Bowie. This is like really cool that you got these right here. Paul McCartney from Spies Like Us. Look at that. But yeah, Billy Idol. from the Breakfast Club, 3 special. I'm like tongue-tied. Paul Simon. But these are all 3 are, they're 45s. Check this out, King Kong's Throw Nester. That's cool. Yeah, he's got some of these vintage models right here. Kind of the Rat Fink look to him. Here at this booth, he's been here for a few months now, but he's got some great toys that he sells here. Kind of take a look for you here. Look at these. Yeah, he's got some good ones in the showcases here. Check these out. Yeah, nice. Turtles, Motu, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, some alien stuff, Toy Biz. Yeah, he's got a great collection. He's got a box full of turtles right there in a turtle box. So yeah, and here's some really nice stuff in the showcase right here. So I'm kind of giving you a glimpse of some of these booths so you can see what they have. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff. And check this out, he even has uranium glass at his booth. He also has pedal cars here too. Yeah, it looks like these just arrived. I don't remember those being here last time. Nice selection of pedal cars and more blow molds. Then over here get more toys to go through. Very nice. Yeah, I just love walking around here just discovering new stuff here at the Vintage Village Antiques. And he still has the carriage. I think that's a permanent fixture, is the carriage. And he's got the Mr. Miss skeleton in there too. And here's another fun booth right here with Fisher Price and Barbies. Just a mixture of different toys. You got a whole bin of wrestling figures down here at the bottom. Might have to go through those. But they're individually priced too. You got cars. Got Pez's. Got Boba Fett Pez for $2. Got some Trolls. Yeah, he's got a mixture of stuff. Yeah, like this, you've got to really look through. Here's some Barbies here. Still looking for 1966, the year I was born. Just a fun thing to add to the collection. Some of the toys that came out when I was born in '66. Little Christmas section here. Yeah, very cool. You know, different decor. Got this Mickey Mouse plate for $5. All right. It's been fun walking around here and discovering new stuff. Oh, he's got a little wicker basket full of Barbie clothes. I also have the Olsen twins right here too. I think that's one of them too. Yeah, right there. And they have some of the original Cabbage Patch dolls. Check this out. It goes with the clown outfit and also a removable mask. That's pretty terrifying right there when he puts on that mask. Now it's little stuff like this. This is the Goofy riding the Matterhorn at Disneyland. That's only $3 for that. Looks like you could add different train cars to it. That's cool. And I wanted to thank you guys for joining me here at Vintage Village Antiques at Eastridge Mall. And a lot of fun coming here and finding all kinds of goodies. And we'll have more coming up real soon. Please like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Get this channel growing. And thank you for your support. All right, guys. You take care. Bye-bye.